A small deed, a seed of love amid the sea of life. It was late afternoon by the sea. The waves rolled in steady rhythm like the breathing of the earth itself. The sun leaned low toward the horizon, pouring golden light over the silver crests of the waves, over the tousled hair of children laughing and playing on the sand. Their laughter rang clear and bright, carried away by the wind, mingling with the endless murmur of the surf. A small family, husband, wife, and little daughter, were savoring their first summer vacation after long months of work. The father set up folding chairs in a tent near a line of palms. The mother spread a blanket, preparing cool drinks and fruit. Together they smiled, watching their kid build sandcastles, shape little boats and turtles, decorate them with seashells glistening under the sun. In that fleeting moment, life felt complete, untroubled, full of simple joy. Then, amid that harmony of laughter and sea breeze, a small shadow appeared in the distance. An old woman, frail and bent, her hair white as sea foam, fluttering wildly in the wind. Her shirt was faded, worn thin at the shoulders, her rubber sandals cracked and salt-stained by years of use. In her wrinkled hand, she held a cloth bag, dull and tattered, colored by sand and time. She walked slowly along the beach, occasionally stooping to pick up small objects, gazing at them before slipping them into her bag. Her lips moved softly as though she were murmuring to someone unseen, or perhaps simply to the sea, her only faithful companion. From their tent, the wife frowned. The husband looked up, a vague unease stirring within him, a mix of curiosity and suspicion. In a world too often marked by mistrust, the sight of a ragged old woman behaving oddly quickly drew wary eyes. The kid, blissfully unaware, kept playing, but her parents rose and called her back. "Come here, baby." "Don't play too close to that lady," the mother said, trying to sound calm, though her voice carried a hint of warning, loud enough for the woman to hear. "You shouldn't talk to strangers, remember?" The old woman stopped. Her dim eyes still shone with a glimmer of warmth. Seeing the puzzled faces of the children, she smiled gently, a soft, kind smile like a breeze passing by. But no one smiled back. The family pretended not to notice her, gathering their things in uneasy silence. The joyful air of moments before had quietly vanished. A while later, they decided to leave the beach and head to a small seaside cafe nearby. The sound of clinking glasses and the faint aroma of coffee blended with the salty wind. As they sat down, the parents exchanged whispers. The wife murmured that the woman must be a beggar, or perhaps not right in the head. The husband nodded in quiet agreement, still glancing toward the shore where the old figure moved slowly in the fading light. The young waiter who overheard their words suddenly lifted his gaze, his eyes clouded with something like sorrow. He spoke softly. "She's not a beggar, sir, ma'am. She's from our village. Years ago, she had a little grandson, bright and sweet. One afternoon, while helping her sell trinkets by the beach, the boy stepped on a broken piece of glass hidden in the sand. The wound became infected and he didn't survive. Ever since that day, she's been half lost in grief. Every day she walks this beach, picking up sharp stones and glass shards, anything that might hurt another child. She says she does it so no little one will ever bleed the way her grandson did." The story fell heavy on the air. The wife sat speechless, tears gathering in her eyes. The husband felt his heart tighten. Without another word, he rose and ran toward the beach, hoping to find the old woman, to tell her he was sorry for his fear, his quick judgment, his blindness to her kindness. But it was too late. Her figure was already far away, shrinking into a speck against the vast horizon, where the sea met the dimming sky. The sun sank lower. The waves blushed crimson. On the wide stretch of sand, her footprints remained, silent lines telling a story of love, of compassion, of a heart that refused to stop caring. From that day on, the family never looked at life quite the same. They learned that sometimes what seems like a small act can hold within it an immense heart. A single piece of glass can destroy a life. A single gesture of kindness, bending down to remove it, can protect countless others. Too often we judge too quickly. We see appearances but forget that behind every face lies a story. Sometimes a wound, sometimes a quiet, shining soul. If each of us were to do one small thing out of love, this world would overflow with gentleness. A kind glance, a gentle word, a small helping hand, all are seeds of compassion planted in the soil of the present, destined to bloom as peace in the days to come. That old woman, though she spoke little, embodied a lesson more powerful than words. True love asks for nothing in return. She was not merely picking up trash, she was gathering fragments of peace, restoring faith in the goodness of humankind. The Buddha once said, "To love is to refrain from causing suffering." When we criticize, we wound. When we forgive, we heal. To love others is to love ourselves. A heart that knows love does not seek reward, for joy lies in the very act of giving. When love fills our hearts, we listen more deeply. We understand more easily. We forgive more freely. We stop condemning because we realize everyone is fighting a battle we may never see. Life is brief. We were not born to judge one another, but to lift each other up, to ease pain, to scatter light into the dark corners of the world. And so, amid the boundless sea, in the whisper of the waves, the image of that frail old woman bending down to pick up broken glass remains etched in the hearts of that family, and perhaps in the heart of anyone who hears her story. It shines like a small lantern in the storm of life, reminding us that a small deed, when done with great love, becomes something eternal. For love alone is the sacred light that makes this world divine.